And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples, but I always love... Is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Eckler now between the tackles, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's Eckler again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Herbert just beat the play clock. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The Raiders' 21-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Williams, a man in motion right. On 2nd and 7. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Raiders 9.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Throwing is Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey! 5 yards remain on second down. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And the catch made by Johnson. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Herbert off of play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Eckler. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. And it's complete to Adams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So we're in halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Oh, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Jackson's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
A gain of 12 yards.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jackson will keep it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Carlson, up and go. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. .38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 20. He will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep here for Allen. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The offense has to love that because that was just a dunk down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Jackson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
From the 38, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jackson now. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Now Jackson going to run, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
But when you're up 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the
touchdown. Foster Moreau, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends and not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to let it fly. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
And I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One last throw here for Herbert. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.